For today's cup of coffee with Scream.
Oh.
This is why we always end with saying, Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Yeah. Shit happened.
Oh, yeah. Because you never know. And it's just a matter of you got to roll with it.
Yeah.
What choice do you have? We were sitting here minding our own business on, what was it, Saturday night?
Yeah, it was yesterday, so it was Saturday night.
Saturday night, because we're recording this on the 18th of May. This month is already half over. It's hard to believe. And look down, and all of a sudden, no internet.
Nothing.
Now, we had some winds and stuff like that because even though we didn't have the tornadoes and stuff in our area, a lot of times we still get winds and different things like that.
Very much. And they were rough.
Yeah. And it's just like, when was the storm? Was that Friday night or Friday morning that I slept through it? That it was like a strobe light, and I'm like,
Yeah,
the whole thing.
It was Friday night, and it like 2, 3, 4 in the morning.
I slept
through those hours. It was strobe lights
Yeah.
outside in the sky. It was incredible to watch.
Yeah. But I mean, it was a matter of doing all the appropriate things that they tell you to do. Have you disconnected it? Have you unplugged it? Have you replugged it? Have you done all the... It's like, yes.
We've done all the basic troubleshooting on it.
There was nothing that could be done.
No.
And so we just went down Mom's and hung out there for a while.
Because it was something on their end that they had to fix. Because basically with the power glitching out like that, it messed it up.
We haven't, we went 11 weeks or something like that there a couple of years ago without internet. We want Radio Shack to come back. We truly do.
That would be nice.
Because the transistor radio that I have is Radio Shack, and it's wondrous.
Yeah, a lot of products from Radio Shack were really good.
So it was just a matter of being patient. And so this morning it was a matter of just, getting out early, calling people. And he was like, there were other, we have point broadband because I absolutely loathe Comcast, Xfinity, whatever they're calling themselves. I loathe them.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
And so it was a matter that when we had, because we drove about close to 5 miles to get signal.
Yeah.
Because if we have no internet, we have no cell phone signal.
Yep.
And
we have nothing.
So it was a matter of just letting them call us back. By that point, I thought, okay, well, we need to go to Sam's anyhow, so we'll just go ahead and do that. Mm-hmm. But even last night, as far as entertainment, it's like, okay, hell, we've got DVDs.
We do.
The DVD player was broken. We have no clue what happened.
Wow.
So Kid has another DVD player, which is a little bit vintage. He had no remote for it.
None.
So he was the remote.
It's a Magnavox VCR DVD player combo. Mm-hmm. And
from his childhood.
It's not even that we didn't have the remote. We had the remote.
You finally found the remote.
It not even half works. The only thing that works on it, and I took it apart to clean it. I took it apart. She watched me take it apart. You did.
Mm-hmm.
I cleaned the circuit board. I scrubbed it down with alcohol. Scrubbed the button pads. Mm-hmm. Everything. Mm-hmm. Only the power button works.
So he was the remote.
Yeah.
Oh, because some of us that grew up that way, that's why people had children, so that they would have remotes. Yeah. So it was a matter of watching... What was it that we watched?
The Night Gallery.
Yes. Night Gallery is really good. And we had gotten the box set a few weeks back to have just for such emergencies.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I highly recommend any of those older shows. They were so well done.
They were. And this is also the importance of physical media.
Yes. Yes, we're firm believers in physical media.
That digital only bullshit is just that. It's bullshit.
Yeah. So it was a matter of just driving down to Bristol, which is about close to an hour for us. And we got the call back. Glad we didn't just sit around and wait for the call back.
Yeah.
And then that was a matter of, okay, yes, we've tried all the basic troubleshooting things, and they put us on hold.
For 45 minutes.
Yeah. And so it was a matter of, I was not going to sit there in the Target parking lot. That's the only reason I was there, was just so we didn't lose signal.
I did say that we could have gone into Target.
I wasn't going to, if you go in a store, a lot of times you do lose signal.
Yeah, that is true.
So it was a matter of driving down to the Sam's parking lot. And Kid he's remained the same all these years. It was a matter, I'm hungry, I'm cold, I'm hot, I'm tired, I need to pee, I need to...
No, I didn't know. I didn't do all that shit. But the food,
Oh,
yes.
God, he gets the hangries. He really, really does.
It's not only just the hangries. It's the fact that I was hungry and we had to go into Sam's Club. And that's automatic. That is overstimulus.
They have a food court. You could have went and got you a pretzel or something and sit there and eat that.
Did you see how packed that food court
No,
was?
I didn't pay any attention to it.
Right. So then you didn't see it. It was crowded. There was no way. I would have been...
You could have walked through a store and eaten a pretzel. They have sample places.
It would have been a 45-minute wait just to get a pretzel.
Anyhow, it was one of those days. It
would have been a 45-minute wait.
But surprisingly, the person that called is probably maybe 10 miles from us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is way cool. And when
local.
I told him where we lived, and it's like, oh, yeah, I'm down here. And I'm like, wow. And he said that one of the reasons that we keep having trouble, that the router unit box thingy that has lights on it is supposed to be plugged directly into the wall.
Yeah.
That, or if you are using an extension cord, to use one of the heavy-duty extension cords, not one of the little cheap, thin ones.
One of the little piss baby.
And he said that, and this is the problem with the winds and stuff like that, because every now and then the power will blip. It won't totally go out, but it's just that, where it flickers.
Yeah.
And that can screw up the electronics in these routers.
It can.
And he said that if you've got them on a power strip or something like that, that even those things can, the power is not consistent, and that can screw it up. And he suggested to get one of the uninterrupted power supply things, which we used to have.
Mm-hmm.
And so...
UPS.
Yeah. So we will... I'm one of these people, it's like, okay, I didn't know this. Thank you very much for informing me. There was a problem. You've given me the solution, and so the UPS thing will be here on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
To try to prevent further of this happening.
Yeah.
But it was freaky because he's like, you've got this many devices attached to this. You've got 3 things. I know what this is. I know what this is. I don't know what this third one is. And it's like, how can you tell that? That was just weird.
Well, I mean, we are using one of their devices.
Yes,
so it does send signals to their server so that they can tell okay, this could be possibly screwing this up or whatever
it's
that.
Weird.
It's definitely creepy.
Yeah.
It's like I don't want them to know what kind of
It's
devices
just
I have in my
one
house.
more monitoring device is exactly what it is.
What?
It's one more monitoring device.
Yeah.
So hopefully that, and as far as the DVD player, had to order another one of those, trying to make it through Sam's, and it's like, I didn't think that there would be that many people. I was wrong. There was so many people there. And it's not that I dislike shopping. I dislike people running over top of me while I'm trying to look at things, grabbing over top of me, getting into my personal space, rushing me. That's not a pleasant shopping experience. And it's like, my God, I didn't know that it had become a contact sport.
Shopping is not a contact sport.
Right. It should not be competitive.
The thing is, I don't even know that people intend for it to be that way. I think people who are just flat out rude.
Yeah. I think a lot of it.
Do you know where your ass is in space? Some of them
It's,
are completely unaware of where they are in the store.
yeah,
And they're unaware of other people around them.
yeah. And it's like, are they that self-absorbed? And a lot of them are. That they'll stop someplace and be looking at their cell phone instead of looking around them. They have no clue what is going on in their immediate space.
Yeah, there was
None.
this dude that was at the corner of one of the freezer sections, one of the refrigerator sections, or whatever it was. On his phone, like he was on the corner of it, on his phone, not even looking up as people are going around him, and his wife is waiting there waiting for him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, be like, dude, can you hurry up? Get off your phone.
I mean, and I've had to take phone calls in stores before. I have. But I try to get to some part that is not as trafficked
Right?
and try to get out and, be aware of other people and get out of their way.
Yeah. You're actually you're actually conscious of where you are, even on the phone.
Yes. Yes, because it's just like, if it's that entailed, then I need to go out of the store, talk to whoever, and then come back.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was just,
That's what people should do.
Yeah. But the DVD player, we hadn't even used it that much. We don't even know what happened to it, that it no longer worked.
Yeah, we do. Well, we don't know what caused it, but somehow the power cable got disconnected. More than likely, it got jarred loose from the circuit board.
It was probably
From
cats
the
then.
motherboard.
It shouldn't be that damn delicate.
No, it shouldn't be. That's the thing. How long? Let me see. That DVD player combo thing that I have has lasted
I'd say close to 20 years.
Mm-hmm. I'm not even joking on that. 20 years.
Well, things used to be, I want stuff that is built to last again.
Well, the thing,
Something that if you breathe on it hard, that it's not going to break.
right. But this is the thing. Where they've been trying to phase out this last era of physical media for a long time. That tends to happen. Stuff becomes cheaper, and thus it is more fragile. It gets more fragile as the production line starts to end.
Well, you were talking about that Gen Z is asking for a return of physical media.
Yes, because we understand the importance of it and actually having a physical copy. One, the main thing, it does not require an internet connection to play it.
Right. Or companies changing their mind and taking away something that you purchased.
Yeah.
If you can't hold it in your hand, do you really own it?
No, you don't. And that's the thing. We are waking up to the fact that these companies are like, okay, you don't actually own this. You own the license. You own a license to play it, but you don't actually own this game.
Yeah, and people are just, and these gaming companies especially, have gotten they've abused their customers.
They do abuse their customers. That's the thing. They use us as cash cows.
Yeah. And people are getting tired of it.
Yeah. Very much. And you cannot tell me they do not have the technology at this point to put more memory on a disc.
I would say that they do. They don't want to.
They do. They just do not give that. They don't give it to the public for some reason.
Right. Yeah. And it's just like the gaming community, as far as the lack of physical media, whichever, there's been people crying out about that for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's one of the things. That's like Nintendo is no longer putting their games on the little cartridges, on the little SD cards, whatever they are. It's a glorified key code.
That's crazy. People are going to stop buying it. I mean, what are they going to do? I would hate to think that would just fade into yesteryear.
I blame the millennials. They were the ones that cheered this stuff on because they wanted to go do that fucking minimalist crap. They wanted less, whatever, you know. It's like, well, you got what you wanted. How you liking it?
Well, there's a lot of people that are having buyer's remorse on some of these things.
And physical media is getting so expensive.
Well,
So expensive. The whole industry at this point is broketed.
well, that was one of the things as far as Tom McDonald when he had released his newer CD, and you could have bought, I'm sure, a digital, whatever. I wanted the physical disc
Yeah.
and to get a signed copy of it, which was great.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I've got that. If I take care of that disc, and we're one of these, some of these people that, the smart thing to do is to burn another disc, keep the original in mint condition, put it up someplace.
Yep.
And as far as CDs in the car, now we do have CD players in the car,
We do.
and intend to keep them there because you're not always going to have access to the internet.
Right. Right.
We've had that happen, especially in this area. Oh, and that was something else. I had thought about Starlink, and the guy that was the tech person had said, it won't work in our area. And because of the way the mountains and stuff are, and I can see that.
That's really disappointing to hear.
Well, it's not surprising. I mean, it's really not.
Yeah, it's not surprising. It's just disappointing.
Well, yeah. But it's also expensive.
Yeah, it's big time expensive.
But
Although I do wonder, still, like he says that it won't work on the area, but up on the mountain.
well, it might work up there. I'm not sure. It depends on the elevation. That's the whole thing. But I will say that anytime that I have had to deal with their tech people, they have been excellent. Most of
Yeah.
them are local. So, they speak Appalachian, which is a huge help for me.
Yeah, it's a big thing.
And even though, as far as Point Broadband is newer in our area, I will deal with the occasional outages and stuff. It's annoying, but it's like, well, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, my God, when Helene went through, there was, we had electric, so we were good.
Yeah.
Not during Helene, we didn't
Yeah, no.
for a week. So that's why I would rather just deal with the occasional, snafu with Point Broadband rather than going back to Comcast. No.
Well, the thing is, I know, like, internet and all that, cell service, it's a help. It really is a good thing. Although the frequencies from it fries the brain.
Yeah.
It breaks the brain.
Yeah. It does. I mean, like I said, we've wondered about this before as far as the wiring in the house. What is it actually doing to a human body? We don't know. So I would like to think that we could go through a period of time without something breaking or whatever. Just for a while. That would be nice.
Right.
That includes our bodies. That would be nice.
I'm trying to think of the last thing that broke on me earlier.
Got it. But it's
I had stuff break on me earlier.
It has just seemed like it was one thing after another there for a while. And you just, at a certain point, start to laugh at it. Why wouldn't you?
Right.
What are you going to do? Sit there and throw a fit? How does that help anything?
Be like Eustace when he had the, what was it? The anti-bald solution, the hair growth solution, and the hot head episode. And he was like, don't get upset. Don't get angry. What was there was 3 warnings on it, and it was all in the same category. Don't get mad. Don't get upset. Don't get angry. Or else something would explode.
Yeah. Well, it's just, like I said, if whatever's going to happen is going to happen. We always figure it's for a reason.
Yeah.
It did not hurt us in the least to sit there and sleep to oldies. I like sleeping to the radio.
I do too, except for the static.
Yeah, that's got its own sort of charm.
Yeah, it does. It really does. It has its own aesthetic to it, and it's nice.
To have the piece of tin foil on the antenna of the radio.
That was really freaky to figure out anytime I took a puff from my vape. That
was concerning.
It would clear up the frequency. I'm not even joking that.
And I don't know, because it's got some kind of electronics in the vape, but I'm like, it concerned me. It's like, is that some kind of metallic particulate in the vapor?
I don't know. But
Yeah,
that's
I'm
like,
not a fan of them.
why would it be clearing up the frequency of
I
the
don't know.
radio?
Well, it's completing a circuit somehow.
Yeah. I didn't even have to touch the radio.
Yeah.
I could be sitting there and basically inhaling. As I was inhaling, it would clear up.
That's odd.
I can show you. No shit.
No,
I'll show you.
I get it.
Like, it's really weird.
Yeah. It's just, well, everything's been weird. The season has been weird. The weather has been weird. Everything's weird. The people are weird.
People are strange.
Yeah.
When you're a stranger.
Yeah. And it's like, just mind to try to comprehend some of this stuff. Not today. Not today. Everybody's having the paranormal. Everybody's having the supernatural. Yeah. Everybody. You want to tell them where we can be found? If we can be found.
Yeah, you can find us on BitChute, Rumble, and YouTube at Rolanda's Cup of Coffee with Scream. Also, check her out on X, previously known as Twitter. Rolanda, COCWS.
Yeah, and it's like, to go a day or most of a day without posting, nothing blew up about that either.
No.
You can live without these things. People did for thousands of years.
Yes.
That's the difference between a nicety and a true want and necessity. Know that you are loved. Treat other people the way you would like to be treated. And what?
The breaking of stuff. Having to fix stuff around the house as far as the caulking.
Yeah, he's starting these things at 10 o'clock at night. Why? Who caulks at 10 o'clock at night?
When you realize that it's like, something feels like it's crawling on me as I sleep. Oh shit, it's tiny little piss ants.
Well, that's where you can get ant traps and put in the windowsill.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing that.
Anyhow, Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye.